So we
So the
said
only thing you should have on is the car.
yeah.
Yep. Play your own beats in the background.
So we said top left hand corner. Eh?
Yeah.
Right, doing that now. Let's see if it's up and running. Gotta use the phone to check. Alright, it's running now. Sweet. So, last two Need for Speed videos got taken down because of copyright. Apparently you can't have the game's music that's in the game playing while you're streaming or making videos of it. Don't agree with it, obviously, but that's what it is. So, this video is going to have no music, only me and the bro Fada talking, and hopefully my brother Jay jumping on to chat with us shortly.
Press the cross button to go into multiplayer, where you can form a party to chat.
But every other sound in the game should be up and running quite nicely.
Press the cross button to go to the lobby.
Those other
Press
two
the cross button to
videos,
go to the lobby.
kind of a waste of time. But a bit of an update on where I'm at now.
To go to the lobby.
I've done the first playthrough of the story, which isn't very far. It's just a spoiler alert, but it's not really a spoiler because it wasn't very far into the story. But it's up to the part where the daughter betrays the father. Basically, her friend raids his garage, steals all their cars and stuff, and then she steals your car that you worked on and bought heaps of mods for and shit. And they take off and you don't see them again until 2 years later when you're meeting up with someone to help out with a job, and you end up at an underground racing ring and you see her and she's the leader. So that's what I'm up to on the story, but this video isn't about the story, this is about multiplayer. Because I'm currently grinding some cash for the multiplayer.
Press the cross button to go to the lobby.
How. So this is the car I'm using at the moment. It's a... Why have I had a blank? I must need a drink of my Musashi. Anyway, it's a Ascend Skyline GTR 33. You know, the one that people don't like. How come this car is the dark horse, by the way, bro?
Hey?
How come people like the R32, but they didn't like the R33 and they love the R34? This is like the Cinderella story. She was like the outcast of the siblings. Kind of a bad example, but yeah, it's not as popular as the other two. And it was, from memory, it was much more well, not much more powerful, but it was more powerful than the R32. It's obviously bigger. Probably the lights, they look kind of silly compared to the other two, but it obviously doesn't look as good as the R34. I suppose in a way that's a good thing, no way, because it would be like this car wouldn't be as popular, so it wouldn't cost as much as the other two, even though the power up would still be sick ass. Anyway, I'm getting a bit off track. My bad. But this is the car I'm using for multiplayer at the moment. As you can see up the top there in the right hand corner, it's a B class. So I've modded it a bit, but just enough to keep, like, I've got sports and mostly sport parts into it. Some of them I've got no parts into it because I want to keep it in B. So I've modded it a bit, just enough to keep it, to make it a good contender for the B class, but not enough to push it into A. Because the way I see it, if I'm gonna get a car that I want to compete in the higher tiers, like A pluses and S's and S pluses, I might as well get a car that I actually want to use competitively in those types of classes. Not that this car is not competitive, but you know, it's one of the starter cars. So if you want to compete in those higher level, or higher grades of races, then you pick cars that you would think would be much better suited to them. And that's the way I see it. I've done up body kit, as you can see. Nothing too crazy, just enough to make it look sick and keep the paint job as black. So nice and simple, but it's beastly enough for the B class. Not to say it's unbeatable, it's not. Can be beaten, but most of that just comes down to what mods they have in their car and how they drive. Anyway,
Press the cross button to go to the lobby. Chat is enabled when you are in a party. Hold the touchpad button.
Tonight's video is just going to be multiplayer grinding on a race that I'm comfortable with to make cash. To save up for the cars that I actually want to get. Which we'll go over through later.
Chat is enabled when you are in a party. Hold the touchpad button to form a party. What has happened here? There it is. Press the wrong button.
Ah, whatever. You didn't know I was there. Fucking dead silent on and everything.
Oh yeah, for full disclosure, Photo or NZGO is making this plan Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. And if you played that game, you understand why you swear. Modern sweat bear. Until he gets Need for Speed, then he'll be playing this with me. Hey, my bruda. Man, I was only playing last night and I already feel rusty. Hopefully I'll get some lobbies where, well, this is a lobby where people aren't afraid to do the B-class races.
Oh, what?
Because I don't want to sit and... I don't want the stream to be just about queuing up all the time. I think this game releases properly, like not early release anymore. Tomorrow, isn't it? Comes out on the 2nd. So when that happens, there'll definitely be more people playing, I'm sure. Man, we are not off to a good start. Come on, players. Yay, time to race. Ooh, 3 players this time, cool. Let's see what we got. 156, 159, 159. Okay, I'm losing this one. More than likely. They got higher scoring than me, which means their mods are a bit higher. And if they know the track better than I do, it won't work out very well for me. But we'll see. Kimchi Chicken. 2 very good things. Approve of that name. Let's go! Got a better launch than me. That's fine. See if I can bully him a little bit. Nah, didn't work. And he didn't need to drift that, and I did. So he's making a bit of time. Oh, one mistake, that's all it takes. Right, here we go. Hopefully no trains come and hit us on this one, eh, bro? Last night. that. Don't need to drift this. Just gonna stay out of traffic and go for it. Do you need to drift this one? Only a little bit. Good so far, but I'll try not to jinx it. Quite a lead, which is good. Keep it mistake free. Hopefully, with any luck. Wow, that was close to make a mistake, but it didn't. That's good. I've learned my lesson on that jump. Stick to the right hand side, because the vehicles like to come in from the left hand side and catch you as you fall. Same here. And that's it. First race down. Won't lie, bro, I do miss having music in this. It's not the same without the music, but it's not worth the copyright. And honestly, if you gotta go to the lengths of linking every single song and artist, not just writing them in the description, but actually linking them. Nah.
Yeah.
Not a good system, really.
That's better.
Right, here we go. Terrible launch. Thought I could time it right, but I didn't. We'll see how he gets on with his race, actual racing. I know this track pretty well now, so we'll see how he goes. He's doing good, he's keeping up. If he beats me on this one, then it's still down to the end. To the last track. And I'm not as confident on the last track as I am on this one. Made a mistake there, but that's okay. Go, see if we can pull it off. Come on. Yes. Sweet. So even if we come second on the last race, won't matter because we got the win there. So it'll be first overall regardless. My poor guy. Hey. Fun watching, thank you. Oh, let's go. 33 versus 34. Probably gonna lose, but it's fine. We'll get a better launch here. Man, he's pulling ahead. Taking the right line too. Going up that jump isn't very smart. It's pulling ahead again. So good. We'll see how he gets on with the corner. Mess it up? Mess it up? No. I did. Damn it! nothing to say there. Damn it. Oh well. Like I said, it doesn't matter if we lose this one, we're on the first team. We'll still be first team.
What?
But we still don't want to give it up just like that. Gotta give him a run for his money. Try it. Let's go. What the? Why did I swing out so far? He must have made a mistake in there somewhere. I did. No! No! Please! Come on! Come on, Boost! What are you doing? Ah! Oh my goodness! Oh, that's what you get, boy. Trying to play dirty. Oh, bro. You gotta watch that replay and see that shit, man. That was funny as hell. Starts trying to play dirty, pushing me into the wall. Ends up getting fucking spun 360. Oh, 180. Fuck out my Game Boy. What a crack up.
Oh, what?
Oh, good way to start the stream, I guess. Oh, that was funny. You bet you he'll be pissed too. So easy. Woo! You know he's pissed. No, that's what you get. When I play like that, that's what you get. Right, so a little trick with this one. Instead of driving all the bloody way over to there to go to the race again, my little trick is I find the nearest garage. This is here. When you enter the garage, your car gets repaired, which is cool. So the next time you jump back up into the world,
Chat is enabled when you are in a party.
Car,
Hold the touchpad button to form a party.
Also, it spawns you in at a closer location to the race that you pick. So it is a little bit extra time to jump in, to go back to the garage, load back into the world for the race that you want to go to. But as you can see, I'm a lot closer there to the race as I would have been if I was way the hell over there. So the game doesn't have fast travel, at least it doesn't have fast travel as far as I know, but there are still ways to shortcut things and make it a bit faster. So, on our way to the race again. You get race number 2 correct. If you're wondering why I'm doing the same one, it's because I know it. I'm not a master at it, obviously, but I'm more familiar with this one than I am at some of the other ones. So the way I see it, master one race and become really fucking good at it, or be average at lots of races. That's your choice. Shit, they got higher ratings than me again. Not too much higher, but still higher. But that's all good. Let's see how we get on. Bit of competition doesn't hurt anybody, eh? Are we all in 33s? Looks like. None of them look stock standard either, so this could be fun. All got better launches than me. Full disclaimer, I have not figured out how to perfect the launch yet. But I will, just give it time. No, please. Thank you. That was a bit dirty of me, my bad. I was only trying to line myself up. Straight there, but nothing too major. Again, stick to the right hand side. Don't want to get hit by those incoming pedestrian cars. Pedestrian cars. By those incoming traffic. I'll let them pass because I'm a good sport here. Giving me a side tap, I don't know why. Oh, okay. Game on now. That was cool. Right, there's a train on there. Let's try and avoid that if we can. Right. No oncoming traffic this time, that's good. And this should be GG. Yep. First race done. Giving me a good run for my money, bro. Especially the second race. These ain't coming easy at all. A little bit worried about this one. If he keeps up that pace, I might be in trouble. But I've just got to get 2 wins to get first place overall. I can't see third place beating either of us. Shit. I probably won't win this because that takeoff is pretty crucial, but we'll see. We'll see how they drive. We'll see what lines they take. With that. Oh, what the? Okay. Definitely losing this one, but that's fine. That was my own fault. And then we'll all come down to the third race. And then we'll see how we go. GG still on that one. This is how it is. One wrong mistake and you can lose. So gotta try and be accurate. I mean, the game's pretty forgiving as it is. The driving itself isn't too hard. You can slam the car in the corners and drift around. You know, drifting slows the car down, so no real need for brake or anything like that. It's not difficult driving. It's definitely not technical. GT7 is very technical as far as driving goes, but it always has been. We're not playing GT, are we? Okay, the first place is pulling away quite far. Doing a very good job for the 2 might I add. Second place is not too far in front. Someone take a spot. Looks like first place fucked it up. Oh my god! And I nearly did too. Bump on the wall, that's fine. I'll try my best to keep my lines as we go. But like I said, one mistake, that's all it takes. And as you saw with that first place, he was had a very decent lead compared to the me and the other guy. But one mistake is all it takes. It doesn't guarantee me the win, however. Still have to make it to the finish line, but it does give me a decent lead over the other two. So long as they're making the mistakes and keep the right lines, we're going to be fine. And that's that. That's good. 2 very good races to start the night off. Two dubs. But like the cool part about this is even if you don't win, like as you can see there, the prize pools aren't bad. You know, 18k for first place, 15k for second, 12.5 for third. There's a there's a player multiplier bonus as well, so I get an added 1,800 on top of the total prize pool, so that's fine. decent money for, even though it's only B class, it's still decent money. And like the A's and S's, I'll quickly pull them up so there's a visual of it. But the A's and S, what's this one, S plus? They're 22,500. A plus, I can't see because that bloody thing's in the way. 20,000, 19,000, you know, it's not that much difference. A couple and a few grand. Not a lot of difference at all. So even just grinding out B's is, checks are, not that I haven't tried the other ones yet, but I'd say, given that they're higher classes, they will require, well, they'll definitely require more horsepower for one, but they'll probably be harder races. And for a couple or a few extra grand versus B class 6 races aren't very difficult. Kind of a no-brainer just to grind it up. So you can get those cars that you want to really compete in those higher classes with. Which we'll have a look at right now.
It does look like JA.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. So these are all the Bs. I want to try this car, bro, but I'm so scared because it was so shit in Need for Speed Heat.
Give it a... Yeah, I reckon.
And it's a B class, so I don't need to try it yet. I want to aim for something like to compete in the S's and A's with it. Maybe later I'll give, like, after I've gotten those higher level cars, and I'll look at this. But fuck, it was so shit in Heat. I don't know if you remember it, man, but man, it was bad.
Nah, just because I've
just
still
wouldn't
got it.
turn. Like, it literally wouldn't turn.
I only got it for the off-road stuff.
Like its power steering was broken or some shit.
Or power steering.
Well, if it was real life, you would have run out of power steering fluid. That's how that car drove, man. Shit. Right.
Needed a blowtorch.
Yeah, enough of the bees. Let's have a look at these. Right, steps up.
Just go and kick my kids to be.
Yeah, no worries. So it steps up quite a lot as soon as you get into the A's and S's, as you can see. You know, BMW i8 races, Porsches, R35, R35. We've got a Ferrari, Lamborghini here. Yeah. So it steps up quite a lot. This monster right here is what I'm aiming for. The Huayra. The Aventador. Maybe I'll get there before the Huayra. We'll see. But I was to say there was two cars in Heat that I was really fond of. The 911 RSR, obviously. Porsche. That car was absolutely broken. It's been broken in probably all the Need for Speeds, if I'm honest. It's like super fast. It almost in Heat anyway. It was like you hit it into a corner and you got a speed boost coming out of the corner. Like it was almost like a cheat car. A lot of people do know about it, but there were also a lot of people that didn't know about it. Like, an example is my mate Agira. Sorry if you're watching this, bro. I am gonna go there. But so I told him about my trick times and stuff in Heat, and particularly one of the tracks that I was really into. I think it was called Erion. I'm pretty sure it was Erion. But I pretty much mastered that track. I had specific lines that I ran on it. It was, yeah, I was really, let's just say I was really, really good at that track. The two cars that I set the fastest track times on that track were the Huayra and the 911 RSR. And that tells you how good the Huayra actually was, because the 911 RSR is, if you're a fan of the Need for Speed games, especially the last few years, you know that the 911 RSR is broken. Yeah, because it's almost like the developers give it a cheat to make it faster than the other cars. So like an example would be you go into a corner, you drift the corner or break the drift the corner, however you take it. You go into it, you drift it, and then in a regular car, you drift into it, you come out of it at regular speeds, you know. So if you're going fairly slow, like if you go into drift it and you're going fairly slow, you're going to come out at a regular speed that you would come out basically in every car. Rear wheel drives usually come out a bit slower because of more tire spin. Four wheel drives usually struggle to drift it a little bit, so they tend to grip on, and some of them get around smoothly and some of them just don't. Like that Evo, for example, that we were looking at just before, that car just did not turn. So, but with the RSR, you go in, you slam it into the corner, you drift it around, and then you get a speed boost as you're going out. And I'm not talking about NOS. Like, if you've been watching me drive and stuff today, I've been using NOS out of the corners. So I'd slam it into the corner, drift, and NOS it out. I'm not talking about that, but it was like that. So you'd hit the corner, you drift it around, and the car just takes off without using NOS. You add NOS into that shit, that is broken. But this car here was so smooth in terms of its handling, it could compete. Not quite as good, but it could compete with the 911 RSR. So what I would do is I'd set a track time in the 911 RSR, and then I'd work my ass off in this car to beat the track time. And then I'd go back and I'd beat the track time with the 911 RSR and go from there. So that's why I'm working towards that car there. But I don't know, bro. Do you reckon I should get the...
Big decisions.
Yeah. I'll see. I think I'll just make some money and just see how I feel when I reach enough to be able to get that car. But I know in my heart that I want this car for the A's and S's. And then once I've got that, I'll go into... Where am I? Okay, kind of ruin that. So once I've got that car, I will go... sorry. I'm gonna find it first. Where are you? There you are. I will go back into story. You can't see it because my camera's in the way there. But it says that you have to complete more of the story mode to be able to unlock this car. So I'll go back. At some stage I'll get back into the story. Probably tomorrow, we'll see how we go. Back into the story. And we'll start grinding out the story to unlock the 911 RSR. To see if it's still broken compared to the other cars. And obviously we're going to work to more other ones, like, you know, the Evo 9, that was an awesome car in heat. I'm keen to try that. Wasn't quite on par with RSR and Huayra, but it wasn't bad. Dodge Challenger, I know it's going to handle like shit, that's fine. I still love this car. R34, I mean, who doesn't try out the R34? And the Infinity, I just really love the look of it. Plus I want to try some of the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis too. Which are way down here. And the McLarens, of course. Oh! And the one car we haven't had yet. The Bugatti. Definitely have to give this a blast. But that'll be more of an in-game type of car. As you can see, 3,665,000. That will take forever. And the FX6, of course. Like another awesome car. Bro, I'm so impressed by the amount of cars they have in this game too, man. But I don't like that they're using a COD method of locking them behind challenges. Just my personal opinion. Anyway, back to it.
Chat is enabled when you are in a party. Hold the touchpad button to form a party.
I'm currently 2-0, so we'll see how we get on. Hopefully we end the night undefeated. Defeated. What am I talking about? Hopefully we'll end the night undefeated, but we'll see. I might have to switch servers depending on whether anyone's playing the beat races or not. That is not swinging as much as I thought it would. There we go, that was. With any luck, those other two sweaty, there's other sweaty guys out of this lobby now, but we'll see. Someone joined there pretty quick, so it's probably him. Waiting for his revenge. $132, $150. Hyperactive, that's him. I'm pretty sure that's him from the last game or the one before. The blue skyline, I recognize that. Is he an R34 or has he just got an R34 fender? Ah, there's R34 lights too. He might be actually in the R34. Which means he's completed the challenge to get it, which is pretty awesome. In my personal opinion. Screwed up that corner, but that's alright. Screwed up a couple of corners, but that's alright. Oh! I don't know why I had a mind blank, but we're gonna have to accept defeat on this one. So I don't think I'll be able to make it up. And that's fine. Can't win them all. Just gonna try and do better on the next two races. See how we go. GG time. You obviously drove that track really well. I didn't. That's my fault. And then the third place is severely underpowered compared to us two, so kind of is what it is for him. Let's try and work on the throttle on this one, eh? I don't know if I'll be very accurate with the throttle control on this because the R2 button on my controller's not the greatest. But we'll see. Might be. Kind of easy.
Oh, I've got 6.
Oh, that was a good line. He's making good distance too, so he's obviously driving really well. He's driving very well. Kudos to him, man. Oh! And I spoke too soon. And the plot thickens. 1 for 1. Like I said before, it only takes one mistake. And that's what happens. So, we're 1 for 1. All of this comes down to the last race. I'm fairly confident to say that he's going to beat me in the takeoff because I just haven't mastered it yet. But if he makes one wrong move in the race, in this next race, it's over. Hang on, I'm being overly confident with that. So long as I don't make any mistakes, then it's over, but we'll see. He looks focused. Let's go. The guy's doing shitty emotes, which I should try and figure out how to take off. So to see. Right, as predicted, he got the better takeoff. And he's pulling away. Pretty confident to say that he's got more horsepower in the car than I've got in mine. That's fine. It's making pretty good distance at the moment. And there it is. Here's the mistake that I was talking about. You cannot afford to make mistakes like that in this game. Too much there. That's fine. I've still got an okay lead at the moment. That was a huge mistake, and I might pay for it soon. Yep, there it goes. And there goes another mistake. Right, I got lucky. I got very lucky on that last part there.
Go to bed.
Because although he went to overtake, although he overtook me, he made a very big mistake in that last part. I don't know if you saw, but in that last part, he smashed into the side of the wall as he was overtaking, which is unlucky. So I just got lucky. But that's how it goes. Can't make too many mistakes. One more mistake and that can cost you the race. So, that's 3-0. With the help of a bit of luck. But I'm impressed with the skill tonight. I've had a... Sorry buddy. Nope, sorry. Stop trying to back up. Wait your turn, mate. It's your bloody turn. Oh, there he is. Now he's pissed. You prick. How dare you beat me again? Anyway, that's 3-0. I'm happy with the night's performance. The skill is not... These games haven't been easy, man. I've been pushed tonight, and that's good. I haven't seen that in this game yet. I've lost a couple of races, obviously, but not by players of that kind of skill level. Like, I know that guy made a couple of mistakes, but obviously his car was quite a bit... I'll say it. I think his car was definitely had more horsepower than mine. He's much better at me at the launches. The only thing that cost him, that player in particular, the only thing that cost him those losses, at least in that last race we had, was the fact that he's just made too many mistakes. So I'm happy with the way tonight went for multiplayer grinding. That's my form of grinding for cash. Obviously these races are going to require a lot of cash. There probably are more, what's the word, beneficial means of grinding for cash, but this is just an easy way to do it. You know, the tracks, as you can see, the tracks are there. They're not easy. Well, the second one kind of is, because all it's just going around in circles pretty much, or oval, but they're not easy to the point where anyone could do them at any time, but like, they still require a lot of practice, but they're not overly hard. That's what I'm trying to say. Bit of practice and anyone can get good in them, really. So yeah, that's my method. I'm going to carry on going with it and work my way towards the cars that I want to use for the higher level races, obviously. And at some point, I'm going to get back into the story, play some more of that, grind out some more of that. The story is kind of important because there's a lot of cars in the story that are locked, and you can't get them unless you progress into the story. So it plays its role. No, and the story's not bad. You know, the very start of the story line has been pretty good. So I'm looking forward to playing the story. As weird as it sounds for me, because I'm more of a multiplayer kind of guy, but there's enough involved in it, and that's where the cops are. So, yeah, I don't know if the cops are in their S and A tiers. We're gonna find that out later. But I know they're in the story. Pretty much every race other than the story, I had to run into cops, and then I had to outrun them, or outmaneuver them, or outdamage them, something along those lines. So I think we're in a stream here on an undefeated note, and we'll crack into it again tomorrow. So thank you for watching. See you again soon.